from yourself. You can keep lying.
You can do whatever you want.
I didn't know if you were taking a picture or film. I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Pretty excited.
Anthony Bourdain said, pecan waffle at the Waffle House.
Is that too much?
Gotta do the Southern thing when you're here, right?
That's
Alright, so how was Waffle House?
It was
everything you hoped it would be.
It was exactly what I thought it would be. Is that a good description?
Yeah, it's Waffle House. I know exactly what it was. It's like going to McDonald's. It's consistent.
Yeah, you know exactly what you're gonna get every time.
It's much better at about 2:30 in the morning.
I've always heard you should be drinking first.
Yeah, oh yeah, it settles. It settles everything.
Should we go teach?
Let's go. Yeah, well, I'll let you do that. Similar to Ricky Bobby, Matt Vincent is a doer, not a thinker. Hey, Red Stick.
Hey!
Getting ready to watch him set up and do his thing for the next 42 hours. And I'm gonna compact my dead legs.
You'll run into people that may never pull, but they can still serve the deadlift. So, if we take Bailey, and let's turn around. Okay, I'm going around. Thank you. Okay? And we look at his back, and we look at his spine, which is where the skull ends to the pelvis. He needs to be able to, one, keep his rib cage over top of his pelvis. That relationship becomes extremely important for breathing mechanics, and for your ability to brace, get stiff to deadlift, press, squat, any of those things. He's now wondering what's kicking my nuts. Okay, he's gonna wave at you. Okay, don't let me bend you over. You ready? Okay, I'll pop it a few times, but it's not bent. So he can be very strong in that position. Okay, I'm gonna start applying some force to your elbow. When I say go, I want you to kink the neck and look up, okay? All right, go. Okay? So what'd I do to him? That was weird, wasn't it? What happened? Okay? This time we're gonna look at your feet, okay? Okay? Not yet. Okay? All right, go. Okay? What happened to him? Is that weird? Feels weird, doesn't it? It's like you can't use your arm anymore. It just like shuts off, and I'm not as strong. Control someone's head, you can control them, right? If you can always apply pressure to their nervous system, you can make their arms do whatever you want. It's weird. Look at him! Look at his right arm, okay? What is that like on the right side?
No bueno.
No bueno.
No.
Okay? Because he's missing the ability to fully externally rotate that shoulder and get into full flexion, he can't find a comfortable, stable position to hold that 50-pound dumbbell, can he?
Out of the seminar for a second to go grab some coffee, some lunch, and see if I can't get that dude fixed back up. Dropped it last night, and I refuse to be one of those creeps that walks around with a completely shit phone all the time. So, lesson learned. Got my phone dropped off. Should take about 30 minutes. So, go find some food, get some coffee. Gonna run to a local coffee spot, Magpie. I'm gonna get good coffee. He deserves that. He's working hard.
Watch me fall apart. Watch me fall.
2 cold brews, 2 dark roast. Life's better. Hop into City Pork. Well, the deli side. Hopefully get some sandwiches made. Maybe some fucking Cubans, am I right? How good are those? Got some sandwiches. Pick up my phone. Back to the gym. On this way, City Pork is a fantastic stop. Fantastic place to get some food. Phone is done. Looks excellent. I will say that this is the first. I really don't care whether or not this is attached to CrossFit as much as I'm interested in the information of the course. I'm not a level 1 guy. I don't plan on ever coaching. However, I'm pretty impressed so far. Travis is very engaging. He's a great speaker. The information has been excellent. It's always just good to see people who are good at what they do that thing, and explaining movement and explaining some positions that can be better and things that work better and what proper body mechanics should be is it's great. It's great to hear him talk about ways that you can test or retest, and kind of keeping in mind the important stuff of don't risk major injury on things when you can't do them right, scaled, when you're not getting paid to compete in this sport. This isn't a life or death thing. Don't get hurt doing something that's going to jeopardize the rest of your life and possibly the thing that you do get paid for over something that's your hobby. And remember that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being realistic and saying, I'm not willing to suffer permanent damage to win this workout at the gym today. That's just being smart. And injury prevention is key. The best thing that you can ever do to continue to get strong and get the strongest you can ever be is never get hurt. That's the best thing you can do. And there may be some pussy idea of, well, you're not pushing yourself, and that's not necessarily true. And look, catastrophic injuries happen, and some things just happen. But being overtrained or being in bad positions or any of those things are preventable. And make the choice to not do that. Lift the weight that you can lift safely during practice. That's what it is. It's practice. Hitting PRs all the time is not near as important as the end goal of always getting stronger. So remember what you're doing and why you're doing it. And so, well, I'm headed back to the gym to wrap the day. We got a couple more hours left of this, and then I don't know what we're doing. So, probably hanging out.
That's been burning since the day you set foot.
All right. Biking or two, like a 40 foot long. What the? How long is this thing?
That's not a Kelly Starrett approved. I used bike inner tubes for a long time.
I was saying until we convinced Rogue to make that one. I still prefer actually. I like my Dick Hartzell original one. It's made out of rubber, and so it sticks to itself. If you can, there we go. And so we're like creating like. You got that too?
Yeah, I get a lot of pain in this position as well.
You okay right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, the band hurts like shit, but...
Got that eagle claw.
Oh, yeah. The claw.
It's tight enough when you have to use your other hand to
open your hand? Oh, yeah.
your hand. Okay? So, same thing. Create that full rotation at the shoulder.
It's tight enough if you need a buddy system for your fingers.
Okay. Start coming forward with your forearm. Can you still feel your fingers?
More than just your paw.
Oh, there we go, all the way out. And then once she fishes around a little bit, then she can start to Bring the knee up, bench, and change the amount of pressure. But then, once he lets it get all the way in, try to work through each one a little bit. Test and retest. Like your deadlift setup, your squat setup, and your squat, the bottom position.
Pretty cool. Start with gut smashing.
Grab behind you, just push it down.
Full extension. If the thoracic spine doesn't have full rotational abilities, you also have to. Well, we see some swimmers, throwing athletes, their backs get real stiff, and they don't have full rotation of the thoracic spine. So they do a lot of extra work at the shoulder and the elbow. She's gonna lay back. She's gonna cross her arms. She's gonna lift her feet. She's gonna lift her hips off the ground. She's gonna breathe. She's got face vein. We can't have that. Breathe. Good. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. She's getting red. All right. And then, what do we need to be able to do, right? We gotta go at the side, we gotta drop the shoulders. Drop the shoulders. We gotta be able to roll. One, she can drive the bus like this. Oh. All right, so she can flex and extend over the balls. She can rotate back and forth. The other one we've been messing with too is just holding it like this. Okay, there you go. And doing some of the same things, you can rotate back and forth this way. You can create some lateral work. You guys are awesome. Double team, right, Matt?
Double team supreme.
Double team supreme.
It hurts that way, down.
Yeah, I can tell.
You can start a little bit lighter, and then as they relax, found a good spot in the middle. Is there a safe word?
Red.
I always went with panda.
I always use red.
Red? Okay. Red panda.
Red panda.
Put a little bit of pressure, get as much tissue as you can and come up and over the femur. That's really what we're after. And eventually, when we get deep enough and he relaxes a little bit, we'll start to almost feel like a snapping across the bone. And now we can get that medial hamstring, the adductors. We can get down by the knee where these all tie together. I can get in that, little corner at the top of the calf. And that.
Real trying from the day. Yeah.
So we got two.
Let's see what they thought. My camera.
Oh, I loved it. It was awesome. I love especially that now like I feel like I have a little routine. You know, like I didn't know, like you know how to mobilize, but you don't have like
It's
a routine.
one thing to have it like it prescribed, like an
Exactly.
RX, like, here, we're
Him
gonna
tell
go through this
exactly.
progression.
Yeah, that's I love that he was like, all right, we're gonna start here. We're gonna go do this next. Like so, and I was writing it down. So now I'm gonna go home and like type it up, and so
Figure out actually like where your
what,
issues are.
exactly
This
which
is
ones
my
I felt
pre-workout.
right.
This is my post-workout.
Yeah, so it was so nice because a lot of those I didn't know. So yeah, that was like what I loved was that he took us through. I started getting a little antsy toward the end of the lecture.
Yeah,
but
and then as soon as we went into like we're
It was-
involved with
yeah.
everything, it was great.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. No, I agree. Whenever I was 9 to 5, I was like, damn.
That was my
long
response.
time.
I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this all day.
Yeah,
But
I
then
mean, for about mobility, there's only so much you can go. But the fact that he walked us through all that.
it's kind of a wrap up of that full day of mobility stuff. This is really the first time I've ever done something like this. As far as a mobility clinic, I mean, I've dealt with Kelly quite a bit. I've also dealt with Travis. I'm very familiar with the book Supple Leopard, but actually sitting down for the MWAD seminar, it's pretty great. Full disclosure, I believe this is a $350 full day, 8-hour seminar, and it's really solid, man. The people teaching it are also professionals. They're chiropractors, they are coaches, they are PTs and doctors, and there's a ton of information there. And they go over everything. and they go over how to assess your athletes and where to start thinking about how to make positive changes for them, as well as address your own stuff, which is really the whole push behind becoming a supple leopard. It's about being able to manage it yourself. It's about being able to do the work on you. Basically eliminate the job. I mean, as a chiropractor or a PT, a lot of it is always reactive therapy to after you're hurt. Now, following the stuff in the book with mobilizing and knowing how to warm up and how to get tissue healthy, you're gonna eliminate a lot of those issues of you having to go see someone for this help. So if this thing comes around and you've got the cash laying around, I highly recommend it. Other than that, pick up the book and learn it yourself. Check out some of the meathead mobility videos I've got. And there's a ton of information. If there's any mobility questions you guys would like answered, I've got access to Travis, and we can film some stuff specifically for those type of things that I haven't already addressed in the Meathead Mobility series. So give me some comments below. Thanks for watching a really, really long vlog. I wanted to try to include some of the information, but this was an 8-hour seminar that I broke down into way less than probably 6 minutes. So just kind of giving you an overview more or less of the day, and then my review of how I thought it was actually being there for it. Not to mention Travis is a really, really awesome guy. So again, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do those things. They are a huge help. Thanks.